Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I have a video that I recorded back in March that I just never got around to. I never felt guided for the right time to post it. And I do feel like now is the time, but it needs a little bit of introduction, I think, because it was recorded a while back. Not that time matters for these videos, or that I even need to explain that. Why am I explaining this? I feel like a layer of this, it's like a grieving process for me. A layer of this has come back around again now, and I'm feeling it so much more deeply. And so, this retrospective look at where I was and what I was doing and what I was processing during this video that I recorded in March or June. I'm sorry, April. The time period right now, we're in the middle of a Pisces full moon, and there's so much going on astrologically right now. I just feel everything is so heightened, and I feel the call of it, and I feel there is this look back on old situations, um, and it's super important to embrace that and to look at. There's another layer of it right now that we're able to access at a deeper level and understanding of it and ourselves, from a deeper level that we're meant to gain so much knowledge from. So this video, I was doing so much processing. It's very feminine wound, father wound processing, that I think is really important to put out there now and to look back on, and it's almost like I started watching it back just now, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's for right now. Something that I'm going through. It explains something that I'm going through right now. It explains why I feel so kind of raw, and everything is so heightened, and I'm having all of this sensations and feelings, and I feel like my feminine is inhabiting my body and sensing things, feeling my intuition, feeling the energy of everything around me, people, and on such a deeper level, like psychically, and just sensing the energy of all the things around me in so much more of a heightened way than I ever did my whole life. And it's a lot, but I can tell that this layer of protective survival mode, or like armor, that I had learned to keep around me in order to keep myself from being seen fully. That a layer of that has been broken down, and the work that I've been doing to heal that, to come out from underneath of that, to allow the light to shine from underneath of that, has been successful, and I'm right in the thick of it right now. It is overwhelming. It is a lot. I have this instinct to pull myself back, to almost like be a recluse, to isolate, and I know that I need to tiptoe my way into it. Like, imagine not being able to hear your whole life, and then, or like, you understand what it is to hear because maybe you could hear, and now I'm getting this ringing in my ear, of course. You could hear like certain sounds and stuff when you were younger, but then something happened and you lost your hearing. So you have this memory of, and this like resonance with what it is to hear, but it's a distant memory and you don't fully experience it. This is like, I used to feel, I disassociated. I have an understanding of what it is to feel, but it's very intellectualized, and it's very much just kind of in your memory, not in your resonance, because it's been dulled for so long. I have this memory, this experience of feeling all the feelings. It's almost like when you're born. You just feel all the things. You don't think it. You don't intellectually. You're not trained. You're not programmed. You just feel. You just are this light, and you just feel all the things, and you just are all the things. And then it gets dulled, and then traumas make you disassociate, and blah, blah, blah. But then imagine, you lost your hearing for that amount of time, for I'm just hearing like scarlet fever or something like that, losing your hearing. And then, this magical device comes along, or you have a surgery, and all of a sudden, it's successful, and you can hear all the things. And everything is so loud, and there's all of these, even just birds and the wind rustling and the cars coming by and everything combined. It's just like this. You almost just want to go back into that muffled cave a little bit. Like, oh, this is too much. I have dreamt of hearing again. But when you experience all of that all at once, it is overwhelming. And it's just like, oh God, okay, let me go back into that. Let me just like open it up just like a little bit at a time. Right now, I feel like when all of it just comes right back, flooding in. And I'm in the middle of sensing all the things. Something has come online. Maybe it's, my nervous system has healed something, and I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I'm in the middle of re-inhabiting my body and my feeling and my senses and my feminine, and I'm like right in the thick of it. Looking back at this video, it explains so much about where that came from and what it is that's opening up, I guess. My dad was like super emotionally unavailable, and we were taught to like hide our emotions, hide our feelings, like, I don't know. You'll see. I just wanted to introduce it a little bit because it is from a while back, and I've been processing this since March, but just like any other grief process, like another wave of it has come through right now. And so that's what I was getting at. All of this feeling that I'm having right now, like I'm feeling deep sadness, I'm feeling deep heartbreak, I'm feeling deep love. I have these moments of just this like joy that I cannot stand. It is so much. I'm having these moments of shame that are just so much. I just can't stand them. And I'm having to learn to just welcome all of it, just welcome it. Oh, that's a beautiful emotion I just had been repressing, or I shamed shame, the feeling of shame. And so in that way, I resisted it, even though it was there. It was still there. It was under the surface. I just resisted feeling it or allowing it to be there. If I had felt it a little bit sooner, allowed myself to feel it sooner, I could have recognized the signature of it. It's like, wow, not all of that is mine, though. That's interesting. So now that I'm feeling it, now that I'm sensing it a little bit more, now that I've healed a certain layer of this like protective mechanism, I'm feeling the shame, and it doesn't feel like mine totally. It's like weird. It's like, yeah, I'm feeling the shame, but I don't feel connected to it the way that I did before. Oh, that was my dad's shame. I was taught shame, but there's not shame connected to that like innate light in me. That's something on the outside. That's something that I learned. That's something that I experienced through someone else's energy. That was not mine. But this deeply feeling, sensitive person felt and experienced the world around her and sensed shame in someone else, and then felt them project that shame onto me, and I owned it as my own, and I was taught that that was mine. But it feels so foreign now. That's the process of it. And so allowing myself to feel it finally and just let it come up. Yes, I feel shame. And just give it a name and let it speak. Let it express itself. When it did, shame had a name, and the name was, it was my dad's name, or I just heard my brother, like, it was my brother's name, or I learned that from someone else. But it's not mine. It's not me. That's not me. So it's a really beautiful process. It's so hard to let yourself feel shame or heartache or. But if I really want to embody myself, who I like, really be who I'm supposed to be, feel the things and experience love on a deeper level, or, be in a partnership or have deeper friendships or have deeper connections with my kids and help to heal them too. You have to feel the depth of all the feelings. So I was going back and I was watching this video, and that's what I was going to say. So I'm sorry. There was this part of the grieving process that has come back around again because I just heard planetarily, astrologically, it's prime for that level of processing that it wasn't before. But within the evolution of this wound making itself known and coming to the surface, like I have another layer of that coming through right now to come into a place of acceptance, accepting whatever comes up, accepting myself. So in order to accept myself, I have to go through this layer of the grieving process where you come into acceptance. I recently have been going through a lot of anger. And if you don't let yourself go through the stages and fully embrace and welcome the feelings that come up, and anger is one of the stages of grief, you can't get to the next one. You can't take the next step. The next step is acceptance. And so I'm like in the middle of acceptance right now, accepting the fact that I am a deeply, deeply energetically sensitive person. All of my senses are so heightened right now. And it is not just me. Like, okay, so that's the thing, is that I am sensing so many other people's energies within the collective that are at this place or are coming into this place or will be coming into this place. There is something, though, that you need to look back on and reprocess or refeel or allow yourself to finally feel. There is deep heartbreak that needs to be felt because there is deep love on the other side of it. There's something in your body that's asking to be released and seen first and accepted first so that it can move through and allow, the depth of you to shine through more. You have shifted into another depth. But there is something, and it could be literally from March. It could be your father wound. It could be your mother wound. It could be, your first love, your first heartbreak. It is very heart related. There's deep sadness and heartbreak and shame there. Betrayal. And it could ripple out to other heartbreaks throughout your life too. Could be the initial heartbreak. Either way, there's something that you need to look back on that is really important. It could be a loss of someone. It could be, someone that passed in your life. I have someone too that I experienced the loss of a father figure in my life too. Was a different person. That layer of that loss has come up for me to process. There's something you have to look back on right now. Okay, you're gonna know what that is, and you have to let yourself. If you need some help with that, let me know. And because I feel it. I feel it so strongly. If you don't know what that is and you need help with that, just get in touch with me. Just email me and let me know, and we'll do a session and coach you through that part of it. Okay, so anyway, that video, I'm going to play it now. Thank you for holding space for it. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. Thank you. I love you so much. Hi, welcome back to the channel. I've been sitting here trying to do these readings, and something just keeps getting in the way, and there's just something really heavy on my heart that I just need to talk about. I just need to get it out there. I just need to process through it, and I have been, and I thought that I was through it, and apparently I'm not. So I'll just put it out there, and whatever you take from it, you take from it, and I just appreciate you holding space for it. I do this is connected to the feminine and helping to heal her wound, and I feel like I do a lot of work on the feminine for all of us. We're just like working on freeing her from whatever armor she has on her and whatever illusion she's created around her to survive. So my dad died a couple of weeks ago, and I've been meaning to make a video about it. It's so, how important is the father wound in the feminine? How important is it to heal the father wound in the feminine? If you're coming into a partnership, if part of your role is coming into partnership, which I believe for some of us it is, to anchor a new kind of relationship dynamic for people to witness, for people to experience and understand and really see the proof of a more divine kind of conscious partnership. We have to heal the toxic masculine energy that we knew. And so my dad's death is symbolic, so symbolically important, and I know that it is. And the grieving that I've been going through since then has been very surprising, very complicated. And I've been trying to, I guess, understand it or intellectualize it or, bring through the messages about it. And I don't think that I can get to the depth of that yet until I just allow all the emotions to move through. And I thought that I did. I thought that I was done. It was a couple weeks ago, right? And I'm done with it. That's the funny thing about grief, is that it just comes in waves. And I have not been allowing all the waves to come through. I've been kind of rejecting the sadness or trying to understand the way that it affects my life or the way that it is showing up in my life. It's almost like the toxic masculine energy that I've been surrounded by my whole life. I've been in a relationship with or dated many people that mirrored the narcissistic relationship that I had with him, or that he was, the energy that he was. That's inside of me. So I keep attracting people to show me the wound, show me the wound, show me the wound. So when my dad's energy is not here anymore, I'm sitting with that, watching it move through and really trying to release that from my system, release that part of me, the traits that I acquired from him, release those from, let those die. The illusion that I created, the persona that I created in order to receive love from him. That part of me, that's how I operate in relationship, is by being what I think they want me to be in order to receive love from them. And at the end of the day, that's what I was taught, was you have to hide who you are. That was the essence of my childhood when it came to my dad, was we had to hide who he was. And emotions were wrong. I was told all these lies. You have to hide who you love. You have to hide who you are. Emotions are bad. Your intuition is wrong. Feeling like things just aren't right. We don't talk about things either. We would get into a fight or something, and the next day we would just act like nothing happened. There was no repair. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I got this. So, as that dies off, the masculine energies in my life that are there mirroring those same traits that it's like I have certain ones in my life that I can see right now. There's like 5 of them. Those are going to end and die off too, because they were just mirrors. And they were things, they were people or energies that I had there, that I was attached to, that I was connected to, because my inner child was like, this person reminds me of dad, this person reminds me of dad, this person reminds me of dad, without realizing it. Those are falling away too. So it's like loss, 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 loss. Or perceived loss, anyway. Those traits cannot exist in my world anymore. As I heal the way that I play those out in my life, those traits that he had, the lies that I keep telling myself, the illusion that I have created around myself and who I am, that does not have a place in this next phase. If I really want to be authentic and true to myself and who I am, and to really come into a more conscious partnership, those lies have no place in that container. So as I heal them in myself, those people in my life who were mirroring those, if they don't choose to step into the truth of who they are too, and own those traits, they're going to fall away. So it's not just my dad who died. It is the toxic masculine who died. So all the areas of my life that showed up, just like the attachment is being severed. What lies were you told? 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 And it's like I'm looking around, not knowing what's real. That's been the biggest struggle. Is my little inner child. Is she was told that her intuition was wrong. Don't trust that. Or if you do, don't say anything about it. Keep that to yourself. Because when you do say something about it, like the narcissist energy shoots it down and denies it and gaslights and projects and like anything to protect the illusion that they're hiding behind. So she's coming into an empowered place. She creates, and it's trying to learn how to trust her intuition, trust the feelings, trust and understand what is illusion and what's real anymore. What does real even mean? The real that I used to know was the lie that I created about who I am and how to survive in this world and how to receive love. I can't tell the truth of myself because that's not going to get me love. That's going to get me abandoned. It's going to make people angry, and it's going to make them leave me. So that's where I'm like sitting in the middle of what's real anymore. What is real? What does real even mean? What is the lie and what's real? And what do I trust anymore? This Hierophant card here is like, look at how bright that is. Look at it screaming at me. Like, there's distorted energy in that. For me, growing up too, like part of the reason we had to hide who my dad was because of the spiritual influence, the religious influence that, you know, my family was raised in. Where's the truth? What is truth and what is lie? It's all mixed in there. How do you know what the truth is? How do you know what's the lie? How do you know what's fear and what's, I don't know, alignment? I'm like in this really anxious place, not wanting to be naive to the truth, because that's what happened. Like I was sold the illusion, and you know, if you do this, if you act this way, or if you keep these lies, you will receive love. And at the end of the day, that's what I did. I kept the lie, I kept the lie, I kept the lie, and he left anyway because he had to go be true to who he was. And then we're left with like just being in survival mode. All that time spent hiding, and at the end of the day, like, you have to be true to who you are. You just can't suppress it. The truth will always come out. It's going to make some people very unhappy. What's the truth? They are not your responsibility. And they were only there to mirror the lie anyway. 1212 on my recording, which is the number 33, which is the number of like the way that Jesus and the Holy Fire show up to me, is the number 33. So there's like this big choice. It's like a big choice point right now. I've been so surprised by and trying to figure out this grieving process that I've been going through, and like why it's been so intense. And I didn't have a relationship with him. I'm not like mourning his loss. I mean, part of me was like hoping that I would feel better when he would pass, and like let's accelerate that because I just want to feel better, right? But you know, that's not my truth either. It's been really complicated to just let myself feel. It's like, I don't know. Part of me feels like since he's gone, I don't have to hide anymore. Because if I said, you know, something about him, there would always be someone there would deny me, or someone would not believe me, or something like that, in order to protect him. Maybe there's even this like part of me that feels like because he's gone, I don't have to protect him anymore. I don't have to hide how I really feel, or what he did, or I don't know. I don't have to lie anymore. He's gone. I feel like that's kind of like what it is. A lot of grieving happening, though, for I just hear my inner child. She's like, I did what you wanted. I did what you wanted. She hid. She made herself who she thought she needed to be in order to receive his approval. And she abandoned herself, really. So I've played out that pattern in relationships in my life. I lose myself in relationship because I mold myself into what I think that they want or what it appears gets their approval. I'm sitting here thinking, like, what is this? How does this benefit you guys? The lie is that emotions are wrong or bad, and that you have to hide who you are, feminine. Mind over the heart. And that's just dominance. That's just that emotions are wrong. If you suppress, if you hide your emotions, you hide your emotions, you hide your emotions long enough, they will bust through in some way. In anger, in rage, in just a total breakdown, a mental breakdown. Because the mind can't carry the load of all the unprocessed energy. It's trying to process all of this information, and it's not its job to process all of that. Sometimes the body needs to process that. Sometimes you just have to feel, not think, just feel. It's like that's what came out when my dad dies, was just a ton of emotion, tons of just things releasing from my body. Energies that I had stored, that I had held very tight, that I was hiding. I was hiding teeny, tiny little things all over my body. Abuse, 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 abuse. This thing, victim, 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 victim. All over my body. His death like sparked the release of the illusion. The armor that I had created. It's like, in order to feel safe. I have been vulnerable, felt vulnerable in a way that I never have before. Raw, just like. I've just been trying to understand it, trying to feel it. My go-to is to not say anything, to squash them down, and not feel them, not communicate them. I was in a situation not long ago where I just felt like I wasn't allowed to feel the things that I was feeling, and I wasn't allowed to talk about them. That it wasn't safe to talk about them. And they just expanded and got worse and worse and worse. And I was having to hide. I was hiding my feminine. This just so layered. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal to just allow the grieving process to cycle through the way that it's supposed to cycle through. You may not even know why you're grieving right now, but the feminine is grieving. She's grieving the loss of the way that she always presented herself in order to receive approval and love, the way that she was taught to present herself. You're being prepared for the next level relationship dynamic. And it's gritty, and it's like being real is not easy. It's scary, but it's coming. Are you committed to a path of authentic expression? It's not all sunshine and roses. It's not flowers and like rainbows and positive. It's just real. It is what it is. It's free to be whatever you are in that moment or in that relationship or with room to grow. You're being prepared for the right place for that, for the truth of who you are. So once we get past this stage right here, this grieving stage, you're not meant to see the purpose of it while you're in it. That comes later. You just have to be in it. You just have to be. That's the essence of feminine. Just being. I just got a couple messages on my phone. I was seeing if there was anything that was connected to this. You just have to be. You just have to be in it. You just have to move through it. You just have to be real and not lie to yourself about it. I'm in the thick of it right now. And I just got to go through it. Whatever it is, without understanding it. It's cycling through. And right now, I feel very sad. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. My dad died, and I feel sad. I lost someone recently, too. There's something there that was a lie, whether I was lying to myself or they were lying to me or there was some sort of illusion around it. It's like I am grieving the loss of the illusion or what I hoped it would be. I'm sad. Maybe tomorrow I won't be, but right now I just am. And I've almost been hiding that because I didn't want this person to see that I was sad. Because then they wouldn't want me or something. Or that they wouldn't wait for me to finish my own healing. Maybe they wouldn't. But that sadness or that grieving, I mean, it comes out anyway. It comes out as anxiety or comes out as anger or comes out, just comes out as truth. Everything is going to be okay. And right now, I mean, it is okay. This is okay. This is fine. This is okay. This is great. This is what needs to happen. Sadness isn't bad. It just is. There's something here about connecting with your people, bringing the feminines together. The feminines are all kind of struggling with something. You're going through a metamorphosis, this like phoenix transition, or just like this process right now just is really hard. You need your people. Something in me feels like maybe I freed up some space for that. With like ending things with this person. The truth is gonna reveal itself. It will. Once I get through this part. The truth of who I am. And like what's real, understanding what's real. Understanding what's real. It's like there was something that wasn't real there, though. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was creating a story around what I thought that it was or whatever, but there was something not real there. And so when I'm trying to come into a place of authenticity, and my goal is to just be real, that felt more and more and more uncomfortable. There's something they or I wasn't being real about. I hope that the truth of that comes to light and I understand what that was, but it's like I was trying to make sense of it. I was trying to figure it out. I was trying to feel safe in it. I was trying to like understand what that was so that I could feel safe. What is it that doesn't feel comfortable right now? What isn't right? There's something not right. What is it? Can you help me, please? I don't know. The lie just wasn't ready to reveal itself just yet, and it's still not. I'm not clear about it yet. But I just needed to trust that whatever it was not in alignment with where I'm going right now. And so I just need to trust that there was some sort of illusion or some sort of lie that was there. I have to trust that. And maybe never know what the truth was. If that's, if it is not meant to present itself there. But like sitting in my intuition and owning that and valuing that is the biggest truth of all, is that I don't, something is off. I just need to trust that. I need to find trust. I have to trust myself. That's kind of all that I have right now. I don't know that that's everything that I was supposed to talk about, or that's all I got right now, though. Just total blank. That's it. Love you.